Hey everybody, Blaine Austin here. Happy Christmas Eve to everybody. We're excited to have our Christmas Eve show. Thank y'all for joining us. It was all up to y'all if we had a show or not. So I know everybody wanted to have a show. So here we are. Hey, we got a special guest today. We got Karlie Belle. A lot of y'all met her last week when we had our Countdown to Christmas show. We had her on the Brother Special edition on Monday. And Karlie came on and everybody got to see her. And she's going to be on today we got a lot of stuff in store for you that she's going to do, showing you some really cool projects. But first, before I bring Karlie on, I got to tell you about some great stuff. One of the things I want to say is thank all y'all for making our Countdown to Christmas so successful. We had a great show. We did it for all week. And then we ended it on the 14th on Monday with Brother. And I think how long were we on the air, guys? 6 hours? 6 hours. 6 hours. And so it went great. Y'all saw a lot of new products and a lot of cool things that we did. And so got a lot of, gave a lot of stuff away. And so had a great time. And we're looking forward to 2021. Oh my gosh, guys, I've got to tell y'all what we're gonna be doing. So for the new year, we've already been working on stuff for 2021, and we've got some great things in store from you. It is going to be incredible, all the things that we're going to do. So first of all, we're going to do more live stream events. We're going to do more virtual events as far as class and teaching type events. We are working right now with Dime. We're working with OESD. We're working with So Steady. We're working with Floriani to plan a ton of events coming up. We're also, we don't have the exact date yet, but we are going to be doing a brand new exclusive one-of-a-kind event with Kimberbell. And so all y'all get your embroidery machines oiled up and fired up and ready to go, because we're going to do an event with Kimberbell, and Kim Stevenson herself is going to be doing this event with us. And Kim is the founder of Kimberbell, and many of y'all know who she is. She is incredibly talented, and so we're going to have her on here with us, and we're going to be doing this big event. So we cannot wait for this to happen. So we're working on that. We'll get the dates to you as soon as we get everything finalized. But one date that I can give you, and this is our world premiere announcement. So many of y'all know back a few months ago, we were doing some ready to sew quilt kits, and we got to talking about different things, and on air I said, well, you know what would be really cool is if we had a quilt contest and we did some sort of event where people could send the pictures of their quilts and things. Well, guess what? We've got the details almost worked out, and we are going to have a virtual quilt fest, Sewing Machines Plus virtual quilt fest. It starts March 15th, goes through March the 20th. So it's going to be 6 days of quilt festival atmosphere. You're going to be able to submit your quilts in, and we're going to have a People's Choice Award. We're going to have celebrity judges. Some of the top celebrities in the quilting industry are going to be here. And I can tell you one right now, Eleanor Burns is going to be here, and Eleanor is going to be one of our judges. And so we're going to give a ton of prizes away. We're going to give first place to the People's Choice Award. We're going to give a first place to the Judges Award. We're going to have a junior competition. So all the young people out there that want to get involved in this, they're going to have a chance to show off their work. And you're going to submit your pictures, and we're going to have everybody be able to see them and look at them. It's going to be incredible. And we're kicking this stuff off. I think going to start advertising, or Kyle, is it January the 15th?
We should have some stuff up on Monday.
Okay, Kyle's saying on Monday we're going to have some stuff up to start telling you a little bit about it, some teasers, but we're going to have all the dates, when you can submit your quilts. We're going to have the rules, how you can get them in, and all those good things, tell you how to take the pictures to get the best results. So we're going to do all these things. It is going to be one heck of an event. We're super, super excited about this. And here's the great thing. Everybody out there will have a chance to win something, because we're giving away about a $50,000 dream studio to one lucky winner. This is going to be incredible. You're going to win a long arm quilting machine with frame. You're going to win an embroidery machine with cabinet. You're going to win all kinds of notions and another sewing machines and cutting machines. And it's going to be so much stuff. I may have to put my Santa hat back on. So it is going to be incredible. So y'all do not want to miss this show. We're going to have all kinds of giveaways throughout the event. We're going to have some of the biggest sponsors, our biggest manufacturers in the industry going to be sponsoring it and coming in with us and going to be doing demos on machines. So if you've ever wanted to do quilting or ever even thought about it, you want to attend this show. It's going to be unbelievable. And we're also going to show you how to how to quilt with an embroidery machine. So it's going to be incredible. So we're looking forward to this. Y'all mark those dates down right now. It's SMP Quilt Fest 2021 and our Virtual Quilt Fest, SMP Virtual Quilt Fest 2021, March the 15th through March the 20th. 6 days of nothing but education and demonstration on machines. And we're going to have celebrity judges here. So it's going to be awesome. And so Eleanor is the first one to commit. We're looking at getting a lot more. And so you'll get to see some of the top quilters in the industry as well, and kind of hear some of their secrets and tips and a little bit about them. And they're going to also judge the entries on and pick their quilts that they like. And then we're going to have a finalists where everybody can get in the finals. And then we're going to announce those winners. And each one of those winners are also going to be winning prizes. So it's going to be a great event. And we've been working on it for quite some time now. And we're going to get ready to roll it out. And so, hey, guys, you know, March seems like a long ways away right now, but it's really not. It's going to be here before you know it. So everybody mark those dates down, and we hope that everybody will plan to attend. And get the word out. If you have any friends out there that like to quilt, this is going to be the biggest online quilting festival that it's ever been happening. I promise you, it's going to be unbelievable. So, all right, with all that said, I'm almost out of breath. So it was a lot to talk about. But hey, let's talk about today. We have Karlie Belle all the way down from Louisiana, and she lives right outside of New Orleans. And she is just incredible. She is so talented. She has been showing a lot of how you do a lot of in the hoop designs and things. And this morning, we're going to talk a little bit about some software. We're going to talk about some projects. And she's got some really cool things that we're going to talk about. So Karlie, how are you doing this fine morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am so good. It's Christmas Eve. I think I've been pretty good all year, so I'm looking forward to in the morning to open up some really cool presents.
Me too. But my kids are more than me.
Presents?
I actually bought myself a hoop and told my husband yesterday, here, wrap this for you to give to me.
That is so funny. So, you know, I know that you and I talked this week, and, you know, I kind of put you on the spot last Monday. I said, hey, I got you back on the show. And I said, Karlie, in front of everybody, I'm going to ask you, will you come and do a show on Christmas Eve? So I know I put you on the spot, but hey, you agreed to do it. And we're so happy that you did. And thank you for taking the time to do it, because I know you've got to go pretty quick today because you got to go to church, and your two daughters are singing. Is that from what I understand?
Yeah, they're having a little children's choir before Christmas Eve Mass, and all the kids are going to sing some Christmas carols before church starts.
Oh, so how awesome. So we can't make you late for that. So I know everybody. So we want to get started because that way we can get you out of here. But I know today you got that persona right behind you. You're going to be talking about the persona today. And, you know, that machine is just incredible. And, you know, Cindy Hogan talks a lot about it just being such a workhorse of a machine. And I've always told everybody it's the premier hat machine of America. But you're going to show us how it can just do a lot of other things. And, you know, especially if you combo it with some of the software that's out there. We're going to talk a little bit about 𝑬𝑏rilliant software today and how you can split a design with that new 𝗫𝗍𝗄 hoop and make it go from an 8x8 embroidery area all the way to an 8x14, which is just incredible, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It really, because at first when you look at this machine and it has all the features of the multi-needle, except it has a single, but then the space of 8 by 8 is slightly smaller. Now it exceeds the 6, the 6 and the 10 needle. So now it can do everything that the multi-needles do, with the exception of changing the thread.
So, and also you're going to kind of show us some cool little projects you can do on the embroidery this morning, and that you could use for gifts and different things. But hey, before I let you get into start showing us all about that, I just want to remind everybody, hey, if you've got a question you want to ask, make sure you ask the question. Hey, if you make a comment, you're going to be automatically entered into our drawings today. We're going to give a bunch of free prizes away again today. If you're on YouTube, hey, go down there and hit that like button, the thumbs up, and hit that bell for notifications. If you're on Facebook, like us, share us, ask a question, make a comment. You're going to be automatically entered to win. Hey, and if you got friends out there in this hobby, get them over here so we can, let them enjoy the fun along with you. So, Karlie, I want you to show us all what you can do with that persona this morning, and show us a little bit. Aren't we going to make some coasters?
Yes. So I wanted to show you some easy, quick projects that we could do on the machine. And these are all things I've done with just the things that are preloaded designs that are on the machine already. Now, we'll talk about software and brilliance later, which opens up a whole new world. But for some quick and easy projects I wanted to show you this morning, I made this really cute cork coaster. And you can monogram it. You can add a last name or a cute little saying or whatever you would want in it. And it's super quick and easy. And we can do all of that in the hoop. So all I've done is hooped some medium tearaway. I have the Stay Perfect stabilizer, and I have some medium tearaway hooped in my 4x4 hoop. And that's all you need. And you just load that onto the machine. Okay, so the next part, I'm gonna try to zoom y'all into my screen a little bit so y'all could see what I'm doing, but it might not be, hopefully it's clear enough. So with the machine turned on and ready to go, the first thing I'm going to do is make the design. And all this design consists of is one monogram and a scallop circle in the frames here. So first I'll start with the monogram, and there's lots of preloaded fonts on here. So I'm just going to choose this one, and I'll do the letter B this time. And so that is there. It's automatically centered in the 4x4 hoop. So I'll just hit set. Then there is an add button in the bottom left corner. So now that I can add to this design. And so I will hit add. It takes me back to the home screen, and now I will add my scalloped circle. And there it is. And then I can hit set. And right now it's telling me the size is 2.87 inches in diameter, and I'm going to increase that to about 3.5. So I'm just going to hit size, and I'm expanding it until it hits about 3.5 inches, and then hit OK. So then after that, that's it. All you would do is hit embroidery. And, oh, I did one back up. Let's see. It should stop between the two. I wanted to change the colors. Let's go back. Okay. Colors. They're both set at black right now. I'm going to set this one at blue just to make sure that the machine stops in between the same steps. Because sometimes if it's the same color, it may not stop in between color sets. So now embroidery. Okay, and we're ready to go. So that is all that's needed to set up the design. We have the hoop in, and I have these cutout pieces of this cork vinyl that you could get at your local craft store. And I'm just going to put that in before it starts stitching. And depending on what you're doing, you may need to tape it down with like some masking tape. But other than that, you can just put it in. And I have the thread loaded that I want for the letter B will be first. And I just hit the lock button and start. So now it's going to stitch out that B. Sorry if it's a little loud too.
Go ahead. Hey, Carly. So can you hear me while that thing's embroidering? All right. So, hey, one of the things that I want to tell everybody now, we're going to give, you know, we talked a little bit about the 𝗵𝗏𝗡 software today that you can use. You can also use the 𝗵𝗏𝗊𝗏 that Brother has. And we have a combo that you can buy that big hoop, the big Durkee sturdy frames to make it an 8x14. And you can get the 𝗵𝗏𝗊𝗏 and for $9.99, which is an incredible price. You know the software, but the 𝗵𝗏𝗡 software is quite a bit cheaper. It's about $150 software that'll do the same thing with the split design. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to give the 𝗵𝗏𝗡s Essentials software away today to one lucky winner. So that's a pretty good deal. And you're going to kind of show them what you can do with that. So it's going to be a pretty awesome thing. And then also, did you, you're going to show that arm that came for the Persona, correct? Awesome. So I want to remind everybody out there while that thing is stitching out, you know, the Personas have been kind of hard to get, which Carly can attest to. But we've got some on order. They're coming in. We probably sell more Personas than anybody in the country, and we get more than anybody in the country. So they are on their way. Brother is shipping us, you know, the majority of the ones they get in every 2 weeks when they get them in. And so we do have a bunch more that are supposed to be hitting. So anything that you order, if anybody wants a Persona, make sure that you just do a pre-order on it. And, you know, pre-order it, get it in there, because we ship them in the orders that they're purchased. So if you want to get one, the quicker you order it, the quicker you'll get one. So anyway, just kind of want to remind everybody about that. And so Carly, is that thing still stitching?
So we have our hoop now stitched out. So the next step is to take it off of the hoop, and you will take another piece of cork, and we are going to tape it with the right side facing out, and just use some masking tape, and we're going to tape it to the bottom of the hoop. And that's going to give you the finished design, and it will hide the back of the B on the bottom of the coaster. So I'm just going to use some masking tape to tape that. And then the last step is loading it. Now that cork is underneath, and now it will stitch it to itself. And I'm going to change the thread. So up here they have this nice thread cutter, and I'm going to do purple for my outline. And all I need to do to change the thread is just tie off these two colors together, and then I can pull it through. And it took me a few ways to figure out the best knot, but tying it, flipping it twice, then crossing it over again and running it through twice is the best knot I find to help keep it steady so that it doesn't break when it goes through. And I didn't. Let's see. Didn't thread well. Oh, wait. Before that. Okay, so I'm just running it through the automatic threader. And now it's threaded correctly, and it's ready to go on to the next step. And I'll speed it up too so it could go faster. One of the things I really like about this machine is that it is so much faster than my 𝗵𝗏𝗡𝗫 flatbed machine, and I could get through projects a lot faster on it. But you were talking about the 𝗫𝗍𝗶𝗏 frame. So I played with mine last night. So this is the, it's not an easy frame, it's a sturdy frame.
Sturdy frame. That thing's huge, by the way, isn't it?
Yes. So the way it works is you slide it in the machine this way, stitch out half your design, then turn it 180 degrees, slide it in, and stitch out the other half of the design. And the tubular frame table that slides onto the free arm really helps support it. Because that frame sticks out so far in front of the machine, this slides out and helps support the front end of that frame so that it's not bogging down your arm holder. So this is really important to get if you get that frame. And then last night I was playing with 𝕮𝖆𝗫𝗍𝗍𝗔. So there's lots of levels of 𝕮𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫, and they offer lots of programs that they're all awesome. Essentials is great for when you're starting out and just need some basic editing software. But 𝕮𝖫𝗫𝗍𝗍 gives you extra editing capabilities, and 𝕮𝖫𝗫𝗍𝗍 will allow you to create a custom multi-position hoop, like now this 8x14 derby. So within 𝕮𝖫𝗫𝗍𝗍, I could create the parameters for the hoop and tell it exactly how I wanted to split the design, and it came out great. I played with it last night. So hopefully I'll be putting out a tutorial on how to do that step by step pretty soon.
Hey, Karlie, I want to remind everybody too, when you said you're going to put a tutorial out, so, you know, they can go and find all your blog, they can find your Facebook groups and everything just by going to KarlieBelle.com, correct?
Yes, yes.
You have your YouTube page there, you have your Facebook page, all the information to get to you, because I know that you have a ton of tutorials. You're talking about the persona right on your YouTube page, which was really helping. And then I know that you do the sip and stitch every Friday night where y'all do a project, and you have a bunch of people that watch you, and y'all they kind of follow along. And so you do a different project every Friday night and kind of show them a little bit, you know, this is kind of a little bit of what you do right here, but I think it's you sip something. And I think on my show one time, I was like, I want to know what's in Karlie's cup. And so, you know, you can pick the beverage of your choice is what you're
It's whatever you feel like. On a Friday night, I feel a certain way, so I have a certain beverage.
So if everybody likes to drink a little bit of wine on Friday night, they can get their wine, they can sit down at their computer and watch you, or even follow along with you doing a project.
I try to encourage that if they want to, they can follow along with me. I try to put out the information of the project we'll be doing the Monday before on my website. And so people can see what the project is we're doing, where the design is from, all the supplies that they need, so that if they're going to the craft store or need to order something online, they can get it together by Friday so that they have everything they need in front of them and can do it along with me.
See, that's a great thing. So did that thing get finished embroidering?
Yeah. So now we have a B. And so all that's left is to take it out of the hoop. And you're left with this. And then I just have a pair of scissors that I go and I just cut a circle around it. And with the cork, it's fine to have a raw edge like that. And it's okay that the stabilizer stays there. It's not, you can't see it when you're done. So I just cut a little bit close to the edge of that scallop circle, and that's it, and you're done.
So do you have a finished product to show us, Karlie?
Yeah, so this is the one I did last night.
Well, I like the B one better because that was personalized for me, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding. So I guess a person could do, you could do a few with your first initials or your last name initial. You could do, I guess you have a room, you could even spell out somebody's whole last name, couldn't you?
And you can put like a witty saying of some sort, or something to do with wine, or something to do with coffee. I mean, you could, there's so many things that you could do with this. Another thing that you could do, because this is very similar, and we've done a lot of people doing in the hoop ornaments for their Christmas tree. You could easily put a Christmas design in this and make it an ornament. The only step that you would need to do is when you taped this cork on the back, tape a piece of looped ribbon so that the edge of the ribbon stays inside the circle and the loop stays out. So when it does that final stitch, it's stitched in there. And then when you cut it, just cut around the ribbon, and then you can have a hanging ornament to put on your tree as well.
So Karlie, I got a question for you. On that particular design you just did, what's the smallest hoop that you could use to actually do something what you just did?
Well, I mean, you can use the I believe the smallest regular hoop for here is 2x3. You could do it in there too. You could, I mean, it's all customizable within either the interface of the machine, or if you have embroidery and you purchase a design, you have the ability to size it however you want.
So they can make some projects just like you made, even on a flatbed machine, kind of like what you. I know you have a 770 of Brother PE 770, and we have sold thousands of the machines with the 4x4 hoop on them, and so you could make that on a flatbed machine, that any of the machines that have 4x4, correct?
Yes, this could easily be made on a 4x4, the PE 535 or SE 600, or the Marvel and Star Wars ones I saw y'all have. All of that, lots of 4x4 in the hoop projects can be done on those machines.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, so just don't think that you have to have that persona to do some of the things that she's doing. I mean, that's kind of the next step up. It's a great machine because it opens you up to a lot of things. But hey, the little flatbed machines with the 4x4, the 5x7, they give you so much versatility to things you can do. And hey, I'm telling you, Karlie, we just got a huge shipment in too of all those 4x4 machines with like the Star Wars and a lot of them. We got a bunch of them in stock. So if everybody's still wanting a Christmas present, or you're getting some money for Christmas and you want to get something, we still have plenty of them in stock that y'all can get. Big selection of the embroidery machines in that range. But the personas, if you want one of those, make sure you get your pre-order in because they go fast. Man, we sell those things fast. And Brother's kind of a little slow on delivery right now because of production. They've been having trouble, with getting a bunch of them produced. And so every time they get a little batch in, they ship them to us, and then we sell them out in usually 1 or 2 days. So make sure that you're getting them. And I think right now we've been running about 4 to 5 weeks sometime from the time you order it till you get one. So just have patience if you want one of those, and get your order in, and we'll get one out to you. So Karlie, have you tried the split design yet with your new arm? And have you got to try that?
I did last night. I played with it a little bit, and I just did a kind of a test stitch on some stabilizer. I did like a scrolly design going the whole length of the hoop, the 14 inches, and I was able to see that it lined up really nicely. And there was some tweaking with making sure I had the settings correctly in brilliance for the hoop size. And then loading it on the machine, it splits it in half for you. So you load the first design, and you want to make sure you move that design to where the top is all the way to the back. So you move that, and then the last stitch is a basting stitch. And then you use that as a marker for when you rotate your design 180 degrees, that corner of that basting stitch is where you set your top corner on your second design. So once you do those things, it works really nicely, and it flows together.
So how did you like the new arm?
It makes a huge difference because I got my frame like in November. Yeah, I've been having my frame for a while, and I put it on the machine, and I could immediately see that it was heavy on this end, and that it was coming down. And that if I had anything on, and like, especially even if I put a towel on here, it would be too heavy on this end. There was no support for it. And so I was showing everyone when we do the sip and stitch and the YouTube lives, I got my frame in, but I realized that I needed this special support table to really make it work right. And so it's so easy because it slides right on, and then you pull this out, and now you have that front end support that the hoop needs. And so oh wait, I have it set already on 4x4. But yeah, this makes a huge difference. And then you can also some people like to get the big wide extension table for their machine. And I think there's also, you were talking about quilting earlier, there's a free motion quilting kit that you can get for this machine. So if you are a quilter, that is an add-on that you can get so that the machine can work as a free motion quilter. So either one of those accessories, either the wide extension table or this tubular support frame, helps give the 8x14 hoop the support that it needs. And so now I could put a denim jacket on there, or you know, a heavy bag, or you know, something big, and it will support it, and I don't have to worry about any of that hurting my machine.
That's a good tip on everybody. And one of the things too, you're completely right, Karlie, that we do have that free motion kit that you get the table, and that's an option. So if you do want to do some free motion quilting, that'd be a perfect way to go. But if you're just wanting to do with that sturdy frame and split designs, that tubular table extension is perfect for that. So we do have, I think we're checking on those, see if we get how many we're getting in, but I think we've got those. And I can't remember if you can sell that on the internet or not. Kyle's checking right now. But I know that I think we can, and but we did order a bunch of them. We got them on their way, and I think we only have a few in stock right now. But that's been a real popular seller in the stores, and but we're checking to see if we can sell that online. So hopefully we can, and we can make that available for everybody who's bought a Persona, because that's such a great add-on. Especially if you're wanting to go to that sturdy frame from 𝗏𝗏𝗃 and do those split designs that way. So you could do things, you could, you know, back of jackets, it opens up a whole new, you know, field for you. You don't even have to have a multi-needle now. You could use that just to have that big embroidery area.
Yes, it really, it steps up the machine. Like, it was already a huge step up for me going from my small flatbed machine to this one. And I bought my machine in July, and this was announced, I think, August, September. And it was like, yay, you know, because I was super excited about my machine, but then also always kind of had in the back of my head, is 8x8 really going to be big enough? And now I don't have to worry about that.
Well, you know, that's you know, you're exactly right. I think the new frame got launched in August, and so it has been, you know, really popular about that. And so tell me a little bit about, I know you're trying out some new stabilizer for the first time. And it's our brand, it's our own stabilizer we have made just exclusively for Sewing Machines Plus, and it's the Stay Perfect stabilizer. You got to try some? Just tell me what you think.
Yes. So Santa Blaine sent me a Christmas present that I'm super excited about. And so I got a huge assortment of stabilizers. And I have to say, the one I'm really excited about is this one here. It's adhesive sew and wash. So a lot of times in my Facebook group, we talk about, you know, people will say, I want to do a towel. I want to do a blanket. What kind of stabilizer should I use? And my typical go-to is tearaway. But when you think about the back of the towel or the back of the blanket, you can try and pull out as much tearaway as you can, but sometimes you can't get all those little pieces. And if you really wanted to have a nice finished look, I think this is going to be a really nice compromise for that. So this is adhesive, which is great because lots of times towels and blankets, well, depends on the fluffiness of it, but the stickiness of the stabilizer will help the item stay put, because usually those things you can't hoop anyway because they're too big. But then it will wash away after, so then you won't have any stabilizer on the back, and you'll have a nice clean finished look. And you could match your bobbin thread to be the color of the back of the towel or the blanket. If it's a dark color, you could use a black bobbin thread. If it's light, you know, use your typical white bobbin thread, and then it makes it look better. So I'm excited about this one.
Well, I'm glad you like that. And so one of the things I want to tell everybody about our stabilizer too, you know, it comes in those plastic tubes, so they make it great to store, you know, any extra stabilizer you have, because I know everybody always look for a place for that extra stabilizer. So you can store it in that exact tube. You're not having to guess which one it is. You just put it back in that tube, and you know which stabilizer you have. There you go, because it's marked on the end.
I like how it's marked on the end. I was actually talking to my husband about, I need some more storage on these walls back here, and I might get him to make me just like some skinny shelves with a lip, and I can line my stabilizers back here, and then they're easy to grab when I need them, but then they're all nice and pretty and organized behind the machine.
Well, hey, we might have another solution for you coming soon. We're working on some new bags right now that for quilters and sewers. And one of the bags that we've been looking at is it almost kind of looks like a travel, I don't know what you call it, a travel bathroom kit or something, where, you know, like you hang them on the door and open it up and you have all your stuff. It has the perfect size to put all the tubes of stabilizer in it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't have anything.
Yeah, so we're working on that. So we got a lot of cool things that are coming out. But, you know, one of the things I want to remind everybody about the stabilizer, you know, we call it the Stay Fresh tubes. You can put them in there. It stays fresh. It keeps it organized. And, hey, we got all the different types you have. And, you know, one of the things that we did, we purposely tried to get a really good price on our stabilizer, and we give you more stabilizer than most of the people out there that compete with us on it. So it is a great stabilizer. I'll put it up against any body stabilizer out there. It comes from the world of commercial embroidery. You know, we talked to a lot of these big companies that do commercial embroidery stabilizer and things. And so we're working on some even new things for the Stay Perfect line as well. So keep tuned in. We got a lot of cool things coming in 2021.
Good. I'm excited. There's so much variety. There's another one too that I'm excited to use that is for performance shirts. And we've talked about this in the Facebook group too. Like my husband and my dad go fishing a lot here. We're in Southern Louisiana, and the Columbia fishing shirts, that material is hard to embroider. And also those like polyester performance kind of polos for guys too. Those are hard to embroider. So y'all have a stabilizer specific for that. So I'm excited to try that one next.
Yeah, that's been a really popular one for us too, Carly. So Carly, did you actually get a chance to do the towel?
No, I didn't embroider the towel, but I was going to show you how to set it up. If you wanted to embroider it, we can do that.
I would love for you to do that. I want to see how you set it up and do that. And because, you know, I saw somebody the other day that had some gray towels, like silverish colored gray towels, and they actually embroidered, you know, their initials and things on it in the same color as the towel was. And I thought that looked so classy and looked so good. And I thought, what a great idea. You know, I never really even thought about doing the same color, but it just looked fantastic on the towel. And the way it pulled the towel down, you know, it was awesome looking.
We did a sip and stitch with towels a while back, and I made some towels. Make really great wedding gifts. Whenever I have a family member or a friend get married, I like to make them a set of Mr. and Mrs. and monogram towels. And I too love the tone on tone look. So when you have the towel and the color of the thread pretty much matches the towel, it's just, I don't know, it's classic and really, really pretty. Another thing that you can do with towels that we've been playing with a lot lately, using the 𝗵𝗿𝗄𝗎𝗍𝗔 software, is creating a knockdown stitch. So that, say you have like a really, really fluffy towel, you can use 𝗵𝗿𝗄𝗎𝗍𝗔 to create a knockdown stitch. And I would usually do that thread color the same as the color of the towel, but it knocks down all that fluffiness. So then you can put a name or a monogram on top of that knockdown stitch. And the software creates the knockdown stitch so that it is the same shape and outline of whatever monogram or design you're doing. So it looks really classic and beautiful when you do that. So today I was going to show you quickly how to set up a towel to embroider. So here I'm using the 𝗮𝗍𝗃 Easy Frames. So these are by far my favorite things to work with whenever I'm embroidering items. Now in the hoop items, the hoops that come with the machine are great because they're made, you know, with the outer and inner hoop. But all the towels, shirts, bags, anything that I'm adding embroidery to, it's much, much easier to float that item rather than try and hoop it. So I have the 𝗮𝗍𝗃 Easy Frame. It came with a set of 4 frames. So this is the 5x4. And I'm using that stabilizer I just showed y'all, the adhesive sew and wash. So this side has kind of a glossy, smooth side. And when you peel that away, it allows the sticky side to come out. So what I'll do is I will turn my frame upside down on my table, and I'm going to put the sticky side down and stick it to the back of my frame. And I watched one of your live shows a while back with 𝗬𝗍𝗃, and he did the man that worked at 𝗬𝗍𝗃 did a great showing of how to put the stabilizer on the back of the frame where you pull it and it's nice and taut. And I loved his advice on treating your frames with some type of orange oil or Goo Gone when you get them, and it helps the stabilizer peel off real easy when it's done. So I have my adhesive peel and stick wash away stabilizer on the hoop here, and I could trim this away if I wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it for now. And I have a towel. So normally what I would do is I would figure out where I want my design on the towel, and I have a kind of wash away fabric marker that you could get at a craft store and a ruler, and I will draw crosshairs on the towel on where I want the designs, because for me and for a lot of people in my Facebook group, placement is a big issue. It's like figuring out where to put the design, make sure that it's not crooked. So for me, what works the best is using a grid from a hoop, a wash away fabric marker, and a ruler. So you can also, I wanted to use that, but I forgot. Okay. So I'll just lay the towel on my table and see, like, I want the design to be in the middle. I want it to be a little bit above this line here that's built into the towel. So I would just draw my crosshairs, making sure everything is straight. And then make sure that it's in the middle of the towel. So something like this. So you can just see the crosshairs. And then I'll also draw those crosshairs using the notches that are in the hoop. With my ruler, I can draw those same crosshairs on my stabilizer. And it looks like this. You can see it, it's too bright. And then I just lay the towel on top of the hoop and try and line up those crosshairs with each other. So with towels, it's pretty easy. It's kind of hard to mess up placement. But when you start doing shirts, that's when you really want to make sure that you're getting your placement just right. So once I've done that, I can just press it down because this is an adhesive stabilizer and it sticks on there nicely. Now, the only other thing that you're going to want to do before you start is, because it's a towel and it has some pile to it, using a water-soluble stabilizer or topper is really important with doing towels or fluffy blankets, and that's going to help prevent the threads from sinking down into the fabric, and you lose the lettering or whatever design that you're doing. So you can either just lay that on there and let it start stitching, or sometimes I'll use just regular sewing pins and pin them in the corners of the frame, but make sure they are outside of the field of the design where your needle is not going to hit that pin on accident. So you just have to use your judgment, whatever's best for you, either laying it there, you could tape it down, you can pin it down. I've even had some people spray a little bit temporary basting spray to kind of hold it in place, but that's pretty much it. Then once you would have the towel on the frame, then I can just attach it to the Easy Frame adapter. And I love that it has 2 screws, and I like that they're big. So like it's really easy to attach this. And I would take off this. And then slide this on. And just roll the towel back. It's probably a better idea. I should have hooped it upside down so that all the rest of this towel would hang out of the front and not be in the back, but it's okay. We can go back here. And then you would just set up your design and it's ready to stitch.
All right, so Karlie, that is pretty neat. So, hey, I wanted to ask you a question now. On the marker that you use, what marker was that? Because I know you said that washed out, correct?
Mm-hmm. It's made, I think, by Dritz, and it's a disappearing ink or Mark Be Gone. So it's water and air soluble. But I just got it at the craft store. I don't know if y'all have something like this.
Yeah, that's a really good, and you had a great tip about how you centered that up. And so I guess that's, you know, with those notches on the 𝗮𝗀𝗃 frame, and then you're making those marks, you can get that thing perfectly centered every time. And then I guess with the sticky back stabilizer, if you're off a little bit, it's real easy. You just lift it up and put it right back down, and you're not having to re-hoop every time. So that's one of the things I really love about the, you know, using the 𝗮𝗃 frames with that sticky back stabilizer. It's so easy to hoop, and you're not having to unhoop it and every time and take the ring off when you're trying to position.
Yes. Yes.
So I think that was a great tip, by the way, on that. That was a good tip.
Thanks.
So if somebody wanted to do a towel and not use the 𝗮𝗃 frames, do they kind of have to do the same process you just did, but they're going to have to actually clamp it down on it, correct?
Yes, it depends on how thick the towel is. It may not actually allow you to clamp it down. So then you can try floating on the regular hoop. But I know with the hoops with the Persona, where it is here, they are, you know, they're kind of deep. So you don't have that nice flat surface, but you could just hoop some wash away or tear away stabilizer. You'd have to spray it with temporary spray adhesive and then put your towel on top here as well.
Well, you know, one thing that Brent Taylor is the owner of 𝗮𝗃 Frames, and we've had him on our show quite a few times, and he talks about, you know, people are always asking, you know, how do you clean the hoop, and because it's going to get some of the residue, but his you know, advice to everybody is, as soon as you get finished with whatever you're doing, you pull that off, and then he says it doesn't hardly leave any residue. You kind of take some of that sticky stabilizer, kind of water it up, and go around and just pat down the extra little pieces. And he said it'll pull all the extra residue right off, and your frame will be clean. But he says one thing that he does, if you can kind of think about this, he kind of oils it in beforehand.
Yes.
And you know, he talks about that just like if you did your grill or something, or a kettle or something that's you're cooking with. He says he goes in and kind of does that and puts that on there, to give that little bit of residue, then wipes it all off. And he said it makes it so much easier to pull that stabilizer off when you get ready, and it doesn't leave as much residue. So did you kind of do that?
So I did not hear about that tip when I first started using my Easy Frames. So all of my Easy Frames have lots of stickiness on them. I need to clean them. But I did hear it before I bought my 8x14 frame. So I did as they recommended and seasoned it with the
that's it.
With the Goo Gone or orange oil. And all the people in my Facebook group that have been buying Personas and I always recommend them get the Easy Frames with it. I tell them ahead of time, season your Easy Frames before you start. And so I've used the 8x14 frame with the sticky stabilizer, and it peeled off nicely and didn't leave any residue. So that's on my to-do list, is to clean my little Easy Frames and season them.
That's awesome. That's a great tip that Brent gave us. And so I know, Karlie, that you've got to get out of here. I know we're running a little close on time, and so I got to ask you a question. You know, Angela Wolf, you know who Angela is. She is a brother ambassador, and she has this whole group of people that follow her on Facebook, and they have a private group that they do things in, and they call them the Wolf Pack. So I'm just wondering, does Karlie Belle have a name for her group yet?
No, I don't. That's a good idea.
All right, so we need to have some input from all your group. you know, we can't call them Southern belles. We can't, you know, because of there's some probably live in the North as well. They're all over the United States.
All over.
So we've got to come up with something for your group. Okay, so that's the challenge I'm giving everybody out there, is come up with a name for Karlie's group, and we'll have some fun with that. And I know that you had some of your group join us today, and we appreciate y'all coming on the show and checking it out. And Karlie, as always, man, this was great today. I love what you're doing and your commitment to helping, you know, people get into embroidery and all the things you do. So I gotta put you on the spot again, okay? Will you come back, and let's do an event together? What do you think? Let's do a big, some sort of embroidery event where it's a, you know, all-day event that we can do some projects. We can sell some kits to people. They can do the project along with you at home. What do you think about doing something like that?
Oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
All right, so guys, you all heard it here live, right from Karlie Belle. We're going to do a Karlie Belle event, and we're going to put this thing together. So Karlie, right after Christmas, you and I are going to get on the phone. We're going to work this out. We're going to get some dates down, and we're going to start advertising that to everybody. So y'all mark it down, Karlie Belle. We got to come up with some cool name too. We got to come up, you know, I can't use Bluebell, but we're going to come up with something, right?
Yeah.
You know, the bell hoop. So y'all help us come up with a name for our event too. It's going to be Karlie Belle's event, and we got to come up with some really good name, and it's going to be all about embroidery projects that you can do right in the hoop. And so we'll have some fun with that, and we'll put some kits together, send everybody a kit that they can do, whoever signs up, and that'll be something we can do right at the first of the year. What do you think?
That sounds like a lot of fun. Yes.
Awesome. All right, Karlie, well, I know you've got to go and say hello to your little daughters. I hope y'all have fun at their little show tonight and singing, because I know it's already, you know, 2:00 your time. And and this went by so fast. We've been doing these all-day shows, and you know, they're telling me, guys, it's already almost an hour. And I went, you got to be kidding. An hour's already almost passed by?
Yeah.
It went by so fast. So anyway, thank you for coming on. If you need anything, give me a call. And we always look forward to talking to you. And we had so much fun today, and it went by too fast. So we're going to have to do this again real soon, okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right, guys. So, hey, we've got some great things to give away today. And so I need some help. Hey, Michelle is here. Michelle, I want to introduce y'all to Michelle. She is my wife and also our event coordinator. So Michelle is here. So everybody say hi to Michelle. Her nice little Christmas little sweater. And so today, guys, we got some great giveaways for y'all. What Karlie Belle was so awesome, wasn't she?
Love her.
And Michelle just loves Karlie Belle. And Michelle, you know, is from Louisiana as well. So they have, you know, she grew up in Louisiana her whole life. And I had to twist her arm to come to California. And so, but, you know, so her and Karlie have a lot in common. And so she loves Karlie. So, and so do we. We love Karlie so much. So, guys, we have a great giveaways today. So the first thing we want to do, not that yet. Let's see. Let's give, what we're going to give away, guys. Kyle and David's tote bags. So Kyle and David,
Yes, sir.
didn't this show seem like it went by really fast?
It flew by compared to the other one.
Oh my gosh, it went by. And guys, we're so sorry this went by so fast. I mean, you know, we were sitting there and they were saying, hey, it's almost over. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It's almost over. So I guess because we've been doing these long marathon all-day events. So, hey, Kyle and David, what y'all plans for Christmas?
Hanging out at the parents' house, eating some good food. Yeah.
So food and all that, okay? In quarantine.
Yeah.
Yes. So I know that we've been busy. Kyle and I have already been starting to work on some things for 2021. And guys, what do y'all think about this quilt festival, the SMP Virtual Quilt Fest?
This is going to be one of our biggest events we've had. It's going to be huge.
So, you know, Kyle's saying, I don't know if y'all can hear exactly what he said, but he said this is going to be one of our biggest events we've ever had. It's going to be huge. And it is. We've got a ton of people behind the scenes working on it. And we've already started working on it several months ago. And it is going to be big. So y'all want to make sure you tune into that. And again, I got to remind everybody, we're going to have basically your dream studio giveaway, and it's going to be probably over $50,000 worth of product that you're going to be able to win to outfit your dream studio. And I know I said that a minute ago, and Michelle was like, "What? $50,000?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's going to be crazy. It's going to be, you're going to get a long arm quilting machine and sewing machines and cabinets and all kinds of Notion stuff. It's just going to be incredible." So if you can just dream it of what your dream studio would look like, that's what you're going to have a chance to win. So it's going to be awesome. And then we're going to give a ton of stuff besides that away too. So it's going to be a great contest. If you're a quilter and you want to submit your quilt in for judging, we're going to have celebrity judges. We're going to let you out there vote on your favorite one. So we're going to have a People's Choice Award. We're going to have the Judges Award. So we're going to have some really great things, and it's going to be awesome. Hey, and B is saying, does that include adding a room to your house? B, we don't include the room, but what we do, I've always said this, we include a sledgehammer with your winnings so you can knock out some walls. Make the room in your house to hold all this stuff. So anyway, great event coming up. We can't wait to get this thing going. It's going to be fantastic. So guys, we're going to give some tote bags away. So Michelle has got the colors. Can we show everybody all the different ones? There's 8 different colors of bags, and they all have little sayings on them. And we give these away at some of our events. We sell them on our website for $9.99 each. You can buy the whole bundle of 8 for $49.99. And so they're great bags. They have the liner that goes in the bottom to keep them stiff, where you can haul things in them. Out here in California, they charge you for grocery bags. So a lot of people use these reusable bags and go and shop for groceries. So I know that Michelle does. And so, hey, now you can advertise your favorite saying when you go to the grocery store, and it'll be pretty cool. Everybody knows that you like big hoops and you cannot lie. So anyway, let's get us a winner, David. So our first winner for the bags is going to be, guys, we got some great prizes today too. Not only do we have the embroidery software we're going to give away, we got a lot of other good things that we're going to give away. So you got a chance to win. So Linda Brown, congratulations, Linda. Linda is our winner of our first bag bundle. And Linda, so how you can claim your prize, okay? Make sure you send us an email to contest with an S, plural, to SewingMachinesPlus.com. And in the subject line, put I won. In your body of the email, put your shipping address where we can ship this to you, and just tell us, hey, I won the bag bundle. And that way we can get that shipped out to you. And we probably won't get that shipped out today because we're closing at 2 p.m. today. But as soon as we get back from Christmas, we'll get that processed and get it right out to you. All right, David, do you have us a winner for our second bag bundle? Congratulations, by the way, Linda. All right, so our second winner is Donna Raskley. So Rackley? Okay, no S. So I'm having I tell everybody all the time how she can, oh my gosh. My wife is so good at Wheel of Fortune. They can have one letter up and she knows what it is. And I can't spell very good and I can't pronounce names, but she can do it. So I'm glad you're here to help me pronounce the names. So Donna Rackley, congratulations. You won a bag bundle, and make sure you give us an email to contest with an S, plural, to SewingMachinesPlus.com. And in that header, make sure you put I won. Down in the body, make sure you put that you won the bag bundle. Give us your shipping address, and we'll get that to you right after Christmas. Okay. All right, David. So our next winner is going to win a sewing mat. And what we're going to do, you want to show that sewing mat? So she's got us a sewing mat here. This is the size we're going to give away. It's a extra large, which this is the red, white, and blue one. We're going to let you have your choice of which one you want. This is the limited edition. Y'all can see how large that is. That's for your larger sewing and embroidery machines. And we're going to let you have your choice of colors. Right now in the extra large size, we have 9 different ones you can choose from. So you can go to our website, look at all the ones we have. Just type in the search bar sewing mats, and you'll be able to see them. We have 3 limited edition prints, and then we have 6 colored prints for those. And so we're going to give 2 of these away. We're going to let both winners just pick your color. So our first winner is for the extra large sewing mat. Okay. So it's the Melon Patch by Deb. So congratulations, Deb. Hope you have a bunch of melons in your patch. So congratulations, Deb. And make sure you shoot us an email to contest, plural, at SewingMachinesPlus.com. Hey, put in that subject line, I won. In the body, put I won the sewing mat, and tell us what color you want. So you don't have to go to our website, look at all the different colors that we have, and just pick out which color you want, and we'll get that out to you. So we have 9 different ones in the extra large size that you can choose from. And we'll get that out to you right after Christmas. So congratulations, Deb. So we're going to give 1 more of these away. And David, do you have us a winner for that? Shauna K, congratulations. You just won a sewing mat. And again, Shauna, if you heard my instructions, make sure you send us an email to contest with plural to SewingMachinesPlus.com. Hey, give us in the title, put I won. Down in the body, put I want a sewing mat. Tell us the color that you want along with your shipping address, and we'll get that shipped out to you right after Christmas. So what else we got? Gift certificates. So we have gift certificates we're going to give out. So what do you want? How much you want to give? $100? Hey, here's, Miss Claus right here, Santa Michelle. So, all right, we're going to give $200 gift certificates. What do y'all think about that? So we're going to give $200 in gift certificates. Our first $100 winner is going to be, nope, wrong winner. So I say, Shauna just won. David is working. What he has, there it goes. All right, Michelle.
April
Matos.
Matos. So April Matos, congratulations, you're our winner. And again, if I butcher your name, it's Kyle and Michelle's fault.
Yeah.
So April Matos, you're our winner. You get a $100 gift certificate you can spend in one of our retail stores, or you can spend it online with us. And again, send us an email to contest, plural, to SewingMachinesPlus.com. In that subject line, put I won. Down in there, put I won a $100 gift certificate, and give us your email address there. Make sure you put that in there too. I know it'll be in the header, but make sure you put the email. This is electronic gift certificate, so we'll email it out to you. No shipping involved in this. We'll just email it electronically, and you'll have that. So there she is. There's April. So congratulations, April. All right, let's give another one away. So do we have a winner for the second one? So David is so let y'all know why sometimes it takes some time. We have a random generator that random puts their name up, but then David has to take that name and type it in to the screen so you can all see it. So our next winner is Sharon Moore. Congratulations, Sharon. So you're getting a $100 gift certificate for Sewing Machines Plus. And again, just shoot us an email to contest, plural, to SewingMachinesPlus.com. Hey, in that subject line, put I won. Down in there in the bottom, just put put your email address and put I won the $100 gift card. And that way we can email you out electronically the gift card. You can use it in the retail stores if you're here in Southern California, or you can do it online. So great prizes. And we got one more prize coming up, guys. Are we going to do 2? It's Christmas, guys. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to give the 𝗵𝗫𝗄𝗎 software away, and we're going to give a sewing machine. What do y'all think? Let's give an Encore 260A sewing machine away. And hey, I feel generous today. We're going to give, for Christmas, we're going to give somebody a after Christmas sewing machine. What do y'all think about that? So let's give this 𝗵𝗫𝗄𝗎 software away. This is the Essentials embroidery software. Great software. I know that Karlie uses this and does a lot of different things, and you can add to this too. So Donna Hebb, you are our winner of the embroidery software. So congratulations. And this too is a digital type download. So Donna, what we need you to do is send us the email to contest, plural, at SewingMachinesPlus.com. Make sure you put your name in there. In the header, put I won, but down in the body, put your name and all your information in there, but make sure you put your email address again, and we'll get somebody to contact you and show you how to download that, okay? So congratulations, Donna, on your software win. So our grand prize, guys, of our Christmas Eve show, we're going to go ahead and do a Encore 260A sewing machine. And this is a great sewing machine. And guess what? I'm going to go ahead and throw the extension table in with it that comes with it, so you have a bigger sewing area. This is about a $349 value total. And great machine. This is a brand that's made just for us. We're exclusive for Sewing Machines Plus. And we love this machine. It is one of the better sewing machines on the market. So $350 value of this in the table. And do we have a lucky winner yet, David? Here's the winner, 𝗮𝖵𝗏. So 𝗮𝖵𝗏, congratulations. You just won an Encore sewing machine. So Lisa, make sure you email us to contest plural at SewingMachinesPlus.com. Put I won in the header. Down in that body, put I won the Encore sewing machine. Give us your shipping address, and we're going to get that shipped out to you right after we come back from Christmas. So how's that? Great gifts today, guys. And so, hey, want to congratulate all of our winners, and I want to thank everybody who came on the show today, because I know there's a lot of other things you could be doing. You could be cooking and getting ready for Christmas Eve and all the different things, and I know some of y'all probably had family, but we're glad that you came and shared your morning with the Sewing Machine Plus family. We had a fun time. This went by way too fast, and but we got a lot of work to do. We're getting ready for the big events that we got coming up in 2021. Oh my gosh, Michelle, you're going to be busy planning all these events. And I know Kyle and David are going to be busy because we're going to be doing a lot of live shows, guys, and a lot of things going on. Candace, Tea Time with Candace will be coming back right after the first of the year. Her show will start back up, and she's going to have some new things coming on, so you don't want to miss Candace's show. And it sounds like to me we're going to have a Karlie Belle event. And again, guys, y'all come up with a name for us, and come up with a name for Karlie for her group. We got to come up with a name for her group. You know, Angela Wolf has the Wolf Pack. Karlie's got to have something. So the Belle of the Balls. There we go. They're all the bells of the ball. Not too bad. What do y'all think about that one? All right. So, hey, Tracy, happy holidays to you. And everybody, I hope y'all have a safe and happy holiday, and bring in that new year and right, because I know we sure are. We cannot wait for 2021. We got so many exciting, great things in store for everybody. And so I'm glad y'all shared your morning with us, and we look forward to seeing you again. And I think my next show, guys, is January the 7th. So is that right? So we're going to be back here January the 7th. Make sure y'all tune in, and we're going to have a great kickoff of the new year. And we may do something wild and crazy. You never know about us. But we're going to do some stuff, great thing. So Mia, what is it? Alana. Ileana. Is that it? Ileana? Yeah. Ileana says, thank you, Blaine, Michelle, Kyle, and David. And what was the last name? What is the last thing? And Karlie. Okay, yes. I can't read the screen sometimes, guys. There's things blocking the screen. So anyway, thank y'all for tuning in again. Hey, man, we really enjoy each and every one of y'all. And I want to thank Karlie Belle for coming on today. What a great instructor. And guys, again, I'll remind you of her website. It's KarlieBelle.com. She's got a YouTube page. She has a Facebook group page. She shows you all kinds of tutorials about the Persona and some of the other brother machines that she uses. She has a sip and stitch show every Friday night that she does, that you want to try to get in that group and go do it. She shows you a project every Friday night, so you can either sew along with her or you can just watch it and learn. But incredible teacher and educator. So y'all make sure you kind of make your way over to Karlie's site and tune in with her. And again, guys, we'll see you here again on January the 7th. Merry Christmas to everybody, and hope everybody has a happy new year. See y'all later.